It's high time you found a husband. Your mother wanted you to marry."
A memory washed through her mind in a soft, hazy palette of cream-coloured satin and pink rosebuds. Sitting at the vanity in this same London townhouse, preparing for her very first ball, her mother, brown eyes sparkling, tucking a diamond clip into Hetty's upswept curls. Her own brown eyes, so like her mother's, shining back at her from the glass, so hopeful and romantic. The smell of melting beeswax candles interchangeable in her memory with her mother's scent, warm, sweet, and comforting. "My darling, you're so beautiful. You're a woman now. You'll have your pick of gentlemen. You'll start your own life away from Rosehill Park, away from me." A teardrop falling from her mother's eyes and landing on Hetty's shoulder. She could still feel the small spot of damp, the harbinger of tears to come. She'd never had the chance to begin that new life. Her mother had taken ill with a fever and died within the week. And her father had started drowning his sorrows at the bottom of a whiskey glass. No time to dwell in the past. There's work to be done. "I'm 24 and far too busy for marriage. We have the grape harvest next month, and then there will be wine to press and bottle, and food to put by for winter, cottage roofs to repair, and—"
"Don't we employ someone to worry about those things?"
"You've sacked 2 stewards already, don't you remember? And I never hired a 3rd. She'd made do as best she could, learning to manage the estate and attempting to restore her father's spirits. She'd even continued the work her mother had begun, nurturing their ancestral vineyards into a promising venture, producing sparkling white wine to rival the finest French champagne. He sighed heavily.
"I'm afraid I haven't been much of a father to you, my dear. I've let you down, left you too much to your own devices."
"I like my freedom, thank you very much. And no moping now." She needed him to be merry and charming tonight. She threaded her arm through his and gave him a bright smile. "This is a happy occasion. Your Duchess candidates await."
"What do I want with romancing widows?"
"This has nothing to do with romance. This is about saving our family fortune." He pulled his arm away, the expression in his eyes turning to near panic.
"I can't do it. I can't remarry."
"I know you still miss her terribly," Hetty said softly. "I miss her too, but she would have wanted us to thrive. She loved Rosehill Park and the vineyards more than anyone. Do this for her, Papa, if not for me."
"You're so like her, you know." He touched her cheek. "Brimming with life, beauty and ambition."
"Enough." Her voice sounded husky, and there was a lump in her throat. She wasn't accustomed to tenderness from her father. "Here, have a sip of wine, and then we'll go down together." She poured a small glass of sparkling wine from Rosehill for her father, and one for herself. Bubbles tickled her nose, and the tart, sweet flavours of citrus and vanilla burst on her tongue with just the right amount of full-moon brightness. It was very good wine, if she did say so herself. "The ladies are clamouring for a waltz with a legendary rake. Will you disappoint them?"
"I did cut quite the swath in my day."
Her father squared his shoulders.
"Very well, my dear. Deliver me to the bloodthirsty horde."
When they arrived at the top of the stairs, he gave a nod to the waiting footman below.
"His Grace the Duke of Granville and Lady Henrietta Prince," the footman announced in ringing tones.
Ladies in pastel-hued silk gowns, glittering jewels and feathered headdresses craned their necks. Excitement was running high. Her father hadn't hosted any entertainments since the death of his wife. Well, not respectable entertainments, at least. "Smile, Papa," she whispered as they descended the stairs. "What about Mrs. Dudley?" she asked, gesturing toward a comely brunette who responded with a gracious dip of her head that set the pastel-dyed ostrich feathers atop her head waving. "She's a widow with a considerable income and most amiable."